Welcome to Unlocking Las Vegas with your favorite redhead realtor, Erin Mills. We're going to be covering the greater areas of Las Vegas all the way to Pahrump and Mesquite, talking about trends, events, sports, and more. I'm super excited to welcome all of our guests this year and have a great time, which is everything Unlocking Las Vegas. Welcome back to Unlocking Las Vegas with your favorite redhead host, Erin Mills, with my guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and where the heck are we? We're not in Vegas anymore.
We are in Detroit, Michigan. It's the Ginger Power Hour podcast, and we've got a special guest today from UWM, the #1 lender in America. We're out here getting better, learning, and finding out how we can help more homeowners get home faster, quicker, and easier. And we've got our guy, Jeff Morris here.
Yep.
How many years you been with UWM?
Total of about 7 years total. So last almost 5 years, I've been a team leader and a senior account executive with UWM.
Well, nobody really cares about that. Tell us about your family, like who you love, your favorite color.
All right. Well, so
you actually start with that. I mean, why would we like you? Why would we
all right. So
you?
Why you should like me is because I actually met my wife out here.
Okay.
We have 3 beautiful children now, 4, 3, and 8 months old. And
is a youngin'?
Yeah. I'm a little bit older than you think, but yes, and I have an excellent program that I think people will like. So we actually are offering right now 0% down on conventional loans. So the basis of this program really is it's 620 or higher, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer as long as you're below 80% of the area median income. Joshua right here can help you out in finding out if you qualify or not. And if you're above 80% area median income, not a problem. Just 700 FICO score and a first-time home buyer, and we'll cover that 3% up to $15,000.
I mean, I want you to repeat that again. So how much to get into a home?
0.
How much? Did you say 0 down?
Yes.
And up to a down payment being covered up to how much?
$15,000. So if you're buying a home that's $500,000 or less, we're going to cover that 3% for you.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. And who's offering? Is there any? Who's offering this program? I mean, is this a state program, or is this available? Is there a restriction to this? Or
no, this is available only for UWM. And so again, there's 2 different versions of this, and it's just below 80% area median income. You just have to have a 620 FICO score or higher. If you're above 80% area median income, just a 700 FICO score and a first-time home buyer. So you can get into a home with 0 down.
And did I hear a rumor that these loans are closing in like 13 and a half days?
That's correct.
Start to final approval on a down payment assistance program?
Correct, yes. So average closing with UWM is actually right around 14 days. Our goal by the end of the year is to get that below 12 days. So that's where you guys come in.
So you guys hear that? If you guys are in the industry and you guys' closings are taking longer than that, you guys need to find a loan officer that's partnered with UWM and work with them so you guys can get your home buyers home faster. And if you're a home buyer and you want to get home, you can not only get your down payment covered, but you can get home in 2 weeks from the time you're in contract. That's like exceptional. What's your average close time?
Exactly. So normally when you put in a contract, like, it's about 28 days. Like I try to squeeze it to like 21 days. I'm like, you guys keep your nose to the grind, get everything done. Like you've got the paperwork, because I've heard a rumor that most lenders, like they'll put you in contract and then start working.
Yes.
So you guys are working before. So when you send me an approval, they're ready to go.
Yes.
Like most of the work is done.
Yeah, in fact, the second that you actually get an offer accepted, we can order the appraisal, the title work, and get that submitted.
Which is
have
magic.
it come out of underwriting within a day or 2. And on top of that, we can get the buyer CD out at the same day as initial approval, which means that you don't have to wait for that cooling off period at the end that costs you an extra 4 or 5 days.
And let's talk about the closing. So normally when I take buyers in or sellers in, we're closing, it's like, 45 minutes. It's a lot of paperwork. So kind of tell me how you romance that, like that time.
Sure.
Which we do make it fun and exciting. We're buying a house. It's super fun.
Yes,
but the time, it's stressful. So what do you guys do to, kind of cut around that?
So we actually have a few different things. One, we have instant funding. So the check's already there. You don't have to wait for a funding authorization number in a lot of cases. So it's just sign the docs and you're all set. Let's take pictures and hand each other the keys. The other things that we offer are actually a hybrid closing. So you can actually e-sign
you were talking about,
majority of the documents. So when you go in to sign, you're only signing 5 or 10 documents instead of 180.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we also offer a full virtual close as well. So you can actually sign from the convenience of your own home on your couch.
And you don't have to have a hand cramp anymore. You
correct.
Like literally get to sign the disclosures that aren't binding or aren't legal on electronic signatures that are, of the highest tech level that you can get to in today's world. And when you go in and you sign the important documents at title, and you get to go into record. So
when you think about it, I mean, they're not even teaching cursive in school these days. So it's kind of the way that we need to move, because how are they signing their names?
Yep.
Right? I mean, have you guys really thought about that? Are they teaching your young children cursive?
I'm teaching my young children.
Oh, okay. Well, you're cool, but
that's hashtag that points right there.
Right? Wow.
So she's 4 years old, so she's still writing her name backwards right now, but I'm going to get
That's adorable. What's her name?
Macy.
Okay. Oh, backwards,
So
huh?
Macy, Chase, and Blake.
Cute. I know my son, he's 15 and a half, and they missed that. They're not teaching cursive anymore. And I was like, well, let's practice. He's like, I'm going to be an NFL star, so I got to practice, for my fans. And so he actually has this huge piece of paper that he literally practices his signature. And I was like, well, okay, that'll work when we're buying houses. But I mean, at the end of the day, it might even be a thumbprint.
So he's got his autograph. So
he's got the autograph.
His autograph dial.
It's ready to go.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's adorable. It's framed. It's in the man cave. We're big on manifesting. We talked about that today. I love the positivity around here and what we really talked about. So how do you wake up every day? How happy are you? How do you get your positivity?
I wake up with the kids first, so that's kind of how I start off.
I'm grateful.
Yeah,
I'm grateful.
We have an 8-month-old.
They're healthy.
So I wake up and I get the kids downstairs and take care of breakfast and get them going, and then I head out to work. But honestly, you walk in here, and I've heard it a million times from people coming in, and they're like, "Is this real? Are people really this happy?"
This vibe.
I'm like, yeah, we actually have a pretty good culture here. People like working here.
Take a couple minutes and talk about the campus. Talk about the vibe. Talk about I walked in, I was like, oh, it's what I heard Google was. This is a campus of Google. You only hear about these things ping pong tables and breakout rooms and free fruit. But explain what the campus and the vibe is.
Well, I'll go back a little bit farther than even that. So we initially started back in 2010, 2011. We were in a shopping plaza, and there was 200 employees, and now we're up over 7,000 employees. But it's just kind of evolved over time. And our president and CEO, Matt Ishbia, is an amazing owner, an amazing person to work with. He just constantly wants to evolve and build. And so he's kind of built this first part here in the north building. We have a bridge that goes all the way over to the south building.
Which, tell them about that, because Josh told me they wanted to keep everything under one roof.
Yes,
which is how that kind of came about.
Yeah, so we're growing, and that's the reason why we actually moved to Troy, Michigan first, and then we kind of outgrew that. And then we moved to this building, which was actually the old Hewlett-Packard building. And then we outgrew that. So we said, okay, now we got to build a bridge, and we want them to have easy access and not have to drive back and forth. So we put a bridge.
I actually think I got my steps in today. I might have closed my circle.
Isn't that the largest freestanding walking bridge in North America?
I believe so, yes.
1,080 feet long.
Yeah, that's why they had those little
and it's not
escalator
it's not even
tracks.
that it's so amazing about, but didn't he wasn't it built and done within 120 days or something like that during the pandemic?
Yes, it was built during COVID, so we all went home overnight and had our computers. Everyone worked from home in one day, and when we came back a year and a half later,
done.
The bridge was there. We were all working in the south building, and so that we have a lot of different features. We have a gym. We have the workout center, the basketball courts, and we have a sports complex.
Meditation room, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
I heard there's snore boxes. You know what those are?
I don't know if we have snore boxes. We don't sleep here. We meditate. We don't sleep.
Okay, so we're calling it the meditation rooms.
Yes.
A little yoga to get you balanced.
Yeah, he does yoga.
UWM helps you out.
Yeah.
So I mean, the energy here is constantly alive, and I think that it's just a testimony to the commitment of being the best and becoming the number one lender in America. And Matt Ishbia's goal is to stay the number one lender.
Yes.
And I think that this culture is what's driving that. And it's just amazing. I literally, when I first came, I was like, I'm not coming out to UW. I just closed my loans. And then I came out here and I fell in love. And it's my fourth, fifth time back here.
At least.
My wife was like, why do you keep going back there? You've never had to go to Detroit to do loans before? And I'm like, there's so much good information here. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I get to be around people that are like-minded that want to grow with me. And it's amazing to have that kind of support. And I just want to thank you, Jeff.
Yeah,
your support is unparalleled. Having you there to help me every day, business has been so amazing the last year.
Well, and as an agent, when you walk into a campus like this, you feel the vibe and you see the love and just like the brightness in everybody's eyes. You're like, this is who has my clients back. Like they're happy to be here. They're happy to answer. You guys have a phone policy.
Yes.
Love the phone policy.
No call left behind.
No call left
answer
behind.
every phone call.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for hosting us. I hope I get to come back
I hope
another
so.
time. I want to play on the basketball court, and we will go all meditate.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys for coming out. I really
Thank you
appreciate
too. All right, bye
Hope
guys.
you guys
Thank you for
enjoyed the
listening.
Ginger Power Hour podcast, and we'll see you guys soon.
it. Have a great day.